So yeah, we changed hotels. So it was a bit of an awkward situation.
We have finally made it to the ice lake. Excuse me, my friend. How much is the ride with the horse? Out of 10. 10 being the best. Remember, he's listening as well. 8. Ah, good, good.
Hey, I'm Kieran, and this is my better half, Maddy. We both decided to leave the UK at the start of 2023 to follow our dreams and go travelling full time.
This is our Nepal series.
Good morning, guys. So it's day 6 on our hike. We didn't film yesterday because we've both been feeling a bit ill, but we're slightly better today, and we are heading from Lower Pisang all the way to Manang.
So tomorrow we will have a little bit easier there because we need to acclimatise and make sure we don't get altitude sickness. We will still be hiking for a couple of hours but without our bags. But yeah, today is one of our last days before a little rest.
And you could probably tell it's pretty cold right now.
I also want to show you the hotel we stayed at last night. It's like a little doll's house. Look at that. It's so pink. And the view. Wow. Just amazing. Always wanted to stay in a little pink house.
So breakfast this morning we have chapati with jam, and Maddy has the pancakes with jam. It's a good option, slightly warm, and also some sugar in the jam, so give us some energy for the day. And of course an essential is a cup of coffee. We are underway for the day. I think we have about 15-16 kilometers to walk today, so it should take us around about 5-6 hours. But it is meant to be pretty flat. It's meant to be one of the nicer days of the trek. And once again, the weather's really nice, so we're both looking forwards to it. So the plan is to have lunch in a village called Braga. Now, I'm currently walking on my own as Maddy's with the group back there, but the shoes I'm wearing really hurt as soon as I stop, so I'm trying to continue on. But I'm just passing through a nice little village at the moment, and they have these like sort of bell things, and what you're meant to do is when you walk past them, run your hands along them and make a wish. It's part of the culture, religion you could say, but they have them in a lot of the villages and towns here, and yeah, they really believe in it. So I've just walked past one of the airports in the region, so I think it might be the only one, I'm not completely sure, that they have now. I assume that's the one closest to Manang, but I don't know if you've done too much research on Nepalese airlines, but they're pretty common. Well, I say common for aeroplanes to have accidents, and because they're flying into the mountain regions, they can be pretty dangerous. There was 2 earlier this year, possibly going towards the Everest trek, that actually crashed. So yeah, I think it's pretty hard to land or take off because you're just completely surrounded by mountains. I just made a quick pit stop. I'm waiting for the rest of the group in a place called Munji, and this lovely lady has just offered me a lemon tea. So I've got a lovely lemon tea. It's called the New Tilicho restaurant and hotel, and it's absolutely lovely. Really sweet. Hot drinks are always good on this trek, so yeah, I'll enjoy this until the group catch me up. We have just stopped for lunch in a village called Braga, and it is so impressive. It's really beautiful. I feel like all the restaurants and tea houses we stop at along this trek are always so nice, but very traditional. But this one has just an amazing view, like out the back of this courtyard, like a sort of conservatory dining room, and then the mountain is just absolutely insane with the snow above it. Yeah, it's really, really beautiful. We've ordered some food, so I've gone for garlic soup. Now that's meant to be really good for altitude sickness, and today we're heading to Manang, and that is potentially the first place you can feel altitude sickness.
Yesterday was the first place.
Yesterday? Yeah, where was we yesterday again? What was the name of that place?
Lower Pisang.
Lower Pisang. So yeah, we were okay there. You took French fries. I also have French fries, and we've got some brownies. Dinner has arrived and Maddy has a big smile on her face. What have we got, Maddy?
French fries, potatoes.
Yeah, she can't go wrong with potatoes, so yeah, she's pretty happy. I also have potatoes, some French fries and some garlic soup. It's meant to be very good for the altitude sickness, hence the reason I went for it.
So we just made it to the hotel we're staying for the next 2 nights because, as we mentioned earlier, we need to acclimatise to make sure we don't get altitude sickness. So yeah, this is our room. 2 beds, 1 double and 1 single. The best thing about this room is the view. You get the view of Annapurna. I think this is Annapurna 2, I think. And then we also have a toilet here.
We are currently just having a little walk through the Manang town. It's actually one of the biggest ones on the trek. And most people stay here 2 days just because you have to acclimatise, like Maddy said. But our hotel, we're paying 400 rupees per night. So it's pretty cheap. But with that, we do have to have breakfast and dinner. So that's, I guess, where they make their money. They tend to have it a bit cheaper for the accommodation, but then expect you to eat there, and that's where they make their money. But it's okay. The hotel, it's not the cleanest one, but it's okay. But I guess it's just for a couple of nights. So Manang is just over 3,500 high, and I've just noticed a sign here for the Thorong Pass. Now, that is the summit of the trek, just over 5,400 meters. So we've got just under 2,000 meters left to go. But from Manang to the Thorong Pass, I think we still have another 2 days. And fingers crossed we're okay in terms of the acclimatization. So we were just speaking to a local guy. He was really nice. He was trying to tell us as much information as possible. And he was just saying that the big mountain there in the background is actually Annapurna 2, and behind that is Annapurna 1. And it's crazy because the glaciers are just so nice. It's really impressive, and it's really windy here. And this is their home. It's like such an amazing place. Like it looks like they're so minimalistic, but they've just got such a beautiful home on the side of the mountain.
And also, we are going to be heading to Annapurna 1. That's where Thorong Pass is.
Yeah, we are. And if you come this way, if you just show them the road there, so the road out that way there is going to Thorong Pass. So that is the route we'll be taking. And also, in the distance there, where it's a bit cloudy, that's the Tilicho Lake. So we'll probably go there. Maybe we'll see how we get on.
Yeah, so to go to Annapurna 1, you go all of that road, and eventually you go behind Annapurna 2, and that's where Annapurna 1 is, and that's where we'll be heading in a couple of days.
We have just come across this really colourful little cabin area. So they've got loads of little colourful cabins, green, yellow, pink, blue. It's really nice. Our guide actually showed us this at the start of the trek. I completely forgot about it, but it's so nice, and it's got the mountain in the background.
So a little update, we actually changed hotels. The hotel we were staying at wasn't the nicest. It was under construction. It was really, really dusty. So yeah, we changed hotels. It was a bit of an awkward situation, but we made it to a new hotel, and it's much, much nicer. This is the view. Amazing. I'll show you the room. So the little cabin where we're staying costs 500 rupees per night. We have no terms, so we don't have to buy dinner or breakfast here. We can go and shop around and eat wherever we like. We don't get toilet in the cabin, but there's loads and loads of toilets just behind there, so it's not really a problem. But this is our little cabin. So we are in this cabin just for 1 night, and then we will move to this cabin with a better view tomorrow. Also, another really nice thing about this place is that everyone that we met through this trek is actually staying here, and there is a really, really nice chill spot with a fire. So yeah, it's really nice and cozy.
So the long-awaited dinner has finally arrived, and we've not gone for the traditional mountain food today. We've gone Mexican. So I have a burrito and Maddy has fajitas. You could probably hear it sizzling in the background, but it looks so nice and we can't wait to dig in as we are so hungry now.
You want some Coke? No, I'm good, thank you. It's
good.
high pressure. Yeah,
Hot, spicy.
Not fresh.
Good morning from Manang. So today is our acclimatization day, but me and Roshan, our guide, have decided to do one of the hardest treks from Manang. So we're going to the ice lake, which is about 5-6 hours, but the elevation gain is 1200 meters. So it's probably going to be one of the toughest days, but we've met quite a lot of people at the hotel we're staying at, and all of the tourists plus Maddy are doing a different acclimatization hike. It's maybe a couple of hours, but we wanted to challenge ourselves. We've left quite late, so it's after 9 o'clock, so it could be quite windy at the top. So we've just made a quick pit stop. We've been going for about an hour and a half now. How high do you reckon we are, Roshan?
Like it's 3,700 meters.
3,700 meters, so that's probably the highest I've ever been. Manang was 3,500, and Ice Lake. Ice Lake is 4,400 meters, so we've still got a lot to go. But you've never done this before, have you, Ice Lake?
I have not done this.
So yeah, so I'm taking on him on his first tour to Ice Lake. Namaste. Excuse me, my friend. How much is the ride with the horse? How much is the money? Kati ho horse?
6,000.
6,000. Yeah. Okay. I just thinking. Okay. Dhanyavad. Safe trip. We've just made a stop for lunch, so we came to the Ice Lake restaurant. It's still an hour and a half away from the Ice Lake, but it's the last place possible to get some food. So we've gone for some fried noodles, noodle soup, lemon tea. What tea do you have?
Black tea.
Black tea. And this is a really good lemon tea. And look at the view. It's amazing. Good restaurant?
Yes.
We like. Ice Lake restaurant, very nice. So, I never thought I'd be eating fried noodles at 4,270. First time over 4,000 meters. Let's see what they taste like. They're really good. And the guy was saying he has to go down to Munji to get the food. So I think he carries some up himself, and also with a donkey. So yeah, it's a long way to go get food, but it's delicious. So Roshan has the noodle soup.
Nice, tastes good.
Yeah, it's good. Out of 10. 10 being the best. Remember, he's listening as well. 8. Oh, good, good.
10, 8.
We have finally made it to the Ice Lake. I'm not going to lie, it was a very challenging hike, but I'm a pretty determined person, so I got there eventually. It's 4,400 meters high, so it's pretty high. And we left at, what time did we leave? About 9:30?
Yeah.
Yeah, we left about 9:30 and we got here at about 20 to 2, but we stopped for about 45 minutes for lunch, so it was a bit of a trek. But Roshan as well has not been here, so how did you find it?
From that.
You okay?
Yeah.
He told me before he's knackered. No, I'm joking. He's good. He's been to 6,000 meters, so I think this for him is a walk in the park, you could say. But the views are so amazing. Like you know, I dread to go in the lake because I think it'd be pretty cold. But the mountain around with all the snow on, it's really nice, and it's actually not so windy. We were told in Manang that it'd be pretty windy here, but it's not so windy. So yeah, I'm glad we did it. You happy we did it?
Yeah, I'm
Good.
happy.
Very ramru. There is actually a lake just before you get to the ice lake, about 200 meters before. Now, when we arrived, I was so happy to see the lake, thinking we'd made it. And then there was a trail that went round the side, and Roshan said, I think we have to go a bit further. But it isn't too far away, it's only a couple of hundred meters. But this first lake is actually really nice. When you head to the ice lake and come back, you've got the mountain with all the snow in the background, and it is absolutely so impressive. It's really, really nice. And there's a few yaks around, and we actually see them going into the lake swimming. So as you can see, I have made it back to the hotel and we are reunited. So you've seen what I got up to with the trek to the, what was it called again? Ice lake. So what did you get up to, Maddy?
I just had a nice relaxing day. I went for a little walk. But yeah, I've been just relaxing and ready for tomorrow now.
Yeah, so we've still got to do probably the hardest day of the pass. That's the Thorong pass, where we'll do the maybe 10 hours worth of walking. So that's still to come. So make sure you stay tuned, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. 3, 2, 1, namaste for now. The altitude is tough, but so worth it.
Yeah.